Well, the last 2 weeks or so must have been very interesting for you, considering your own history with the Taliban and considering what happened to you at the hands of the Americans. What have been your thoughts and your sentiments over the last 2 weeks? What did you feel when you heard the news that Kabul was under Taliban control again?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To all brother and sister, they are hearing my voice. Alhamdulillah, since 20 years, the occupation of America in Afghanistan, this was almost finished. And occupation, especially America, they were unsuccessful in their mission in Afghanistan. What they wanted and what they want to build in the future, all the things which they did, it was vanished almost. What they were investing for something in the future of Afghanistan and the future of area, anything was vanished. I think this is something good lesson for American and for other invasion, what they were thinking to occupy the country, to occupy the culture, to occupy the people, and to impose what they want. I think this is a big happiness for the people of Afghanistan. Also, this is happiness for me.
Now, are the Taliban going to be doing things very differently? I mean, 20 years later, a lot has changed in the world. Many have said that they seem to have made significant changes to their policies. They seem to be somewhat or significantly different in the way they're approaching things. How do you analyze that?
Really, this is true. The Taliban, they got more experience than before. And the Taliban got more information than before. The Taliban, they are more knowledgeable than before. The situation always changing by time. 2001 was different than 2021. I think the Taliban knowing what to do, they know what the people of Afghanistan want, and they know how to be Afghanistan stable in the region, and how to stay with the neighbor, how to stay connected with the world community. That's all the sensitive, all the information, all the importance, all the significance the Taliban right now know.
What do you make of these scenes at the Kabul airport, which the mainstream media have been projecting repeatedly all over the globe? People hanging onto the side of a plane, people desperate to come out, reports that the Taliban are trying to block Afghanis from leaving the country and from going abroad to live there.
This is a big conspiracy of America. Again, a test for the Taliban, for the people of Afghanistan. This is obvious. Some people, they were working with the occupation. They were supporting them. They did wrong with the people of Afghanistan. And they were with the occupation force. And they were joined with them in brutally action with them. But anyway, the Taliban forgave them. Most of them, the Taliban declared that they are not be ready to get revenge from these people. If they wrong, they were good or not. But this is the common amnesty for all of them to stay safely in Afghanistan. But the Americans, I think they released the information in the center in Afghanistan that any people, if they want to go America, Australia, Canada, they will be moved there without passport, without visa, without money. And you know that our country is a poor country. And the people, they heard this rumors, they rushed to the airport. They are thinking this is a good opportunity. This is one kind of people. The second kind of people, really, they were criminal because they were working with American. And they are the Taliban declared amnesty, but they are. What they did, they cannot able to forgive themselves. They are feeling what we did, this is not possible to be forgiven, but the Taliban forgive them. I think this is the two kind of people they are rushing in the airport, but behind of that is a big conspiracy of America. The Americans want to ignore from the people that shameful defeat in Afghanistan and raising this issue to the world community that the people, they are not happy with the Taliban. But this is not the matter of Taliban. This is the matter of them. The Taliban, they are giving assurance, they are giving guarantee to the people's lives to stay in Afghanistan. And I think this kind of thing, this kind of activity, this is the American, not the Taliban, the American conspiracy to use it against Taliban and to make a big propaganda against Taliban and to ignore from the people what they did before in Afghanistan.
Now, what's happening behind the scenes, Abdul Salam? Are the Taliban listening to suggestions and advice on security, on how to run the country from the international community? To what extent are they willing to go to secure international recognition, which was a major stumbling block for them the last time around?
The policy of Taliban, which they made, they want the recognition of the world community, really. But they want a good relationship with the neighbor in the world community. They want a good relationship with all of them. And they want bilateral diplomatic respect, connection with the world community. And they are listening what the world community, questioning what the world community condition to be legal. But at the same time, they want the legitimacy from inside of Afghanistan. They want the government to be legitimate by the people of Afghanistan, to be independent, not imposed by others, and to be good for the people of Afghanistan, and to be equal with all neighbors. This kind of government that Taliban is building, they are listening to the world community, but they are not accepting what they want.
Now, the area of Panjshir, it's reportedly still to be taken. It's reportedly not under Taliban control, more under the control of Shah Massoud's son. What's your analysis of what's happening there?
I think this valley, this is not a big area. This is just one district. Taliban came to the center of Afghanistan. They became busy there, and they didn't go to the one. I think right now it is surrender. By force side, and the Taliban sent a delegation to the Islamic education, the Islamic scholar to them to be surrendered to the Taliban or to leave their weapon down and to join with the political process. You know that the Taliban, they declared the end of the war and they don't want to continue the war. Still, I think I heard that the problem is 80% resolved. But the most of 20 more percentage will be resolved today or tomorrow, inshallah.
If Mullah Omar was around today, what would his words be to his people? Did he speak about this moment when the Taliban would reclaim power?
I don't know. Really, he will be speaking. But he expected that to us before that he passed away. And he given a message in that time to America that way is coming, if I'm alive or not. And one day you will be collapsing in Afghanistan, and one day it will be collapsing of your puppet government in Afghanistan. And this thing will be, you will be not able to occupy Afghanistan, and you will be defeated in Afghanistan. His word became right to us. That's like America, we are looking to that. If he was alive, yes, he would be speaking.
Why do you think it is that the US and prior to them the Soviets and even the British, these superpowers of their times, were never successful in Afghanistan? What is it about Afghanistan?
Afghanistan is a poor country. Afghanistan is not a big country, not a country to have a sophisticated technology. And the people, they are poor people. But one thing is, which is in the mind of the people, they are not accepting occupation. They are not accepting something to be imposed on them. They are not accepting something to change the culture or the religions of the people of Afghanistan. This is one. Secondly, more than 12 years before, I sent a letter to Obama. I don't know to be found or not. This letter I sent to Obama, I told him three things. The one, I told him that I'm advise you like the Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam advised the other people and the Muslim that unsur akhaka zaliman aw mazluma. Do cooperate with cruel person and with the person to be cruel, and the person to be without support. That means that message I gave, and I explained that in the letter. Right now you are the cruel people. You come to your country. That I want from you that if you want to be a good person, you have to help yourself and to help other people. First yourself. That's to stop your people from the cruelty, from the invasion. Secondly, I told him I heard that you got a global which he got some prize from peace prize. I questioned that. I don't know the person to be leading a cruelty in the world. How is possible to get his prize? I'm just questioning like that. The third thing I told them, I explained to them, Russia was not defeated by power of the people of Afghanistan. The Russian was not defeated in Afghanistan by technology. And also the British was not defeated here by technology. And they were defeated by their cruelty which they did with the people of Afghanistan. The people of Afghanistan had no supporter in the world except Allah. And they were crying always to Allah to help us, And they were stand off the belief which they were believing on Allah, which they were working for Allah. Their all activity was for Allah. And I'm looking that this wars will be defeating you one day. Before defeating, you are coming to this stage, you have to withdraw from Afghanistan, you have to leave Afghanistan. And you have to look to the history what did. Russia, what did British in Afghanistan. That's right now, I'm believing that when we are not defeated America. America was defeated by Allah, which they did cruelty with the people without reason. We didn't do anything against America. We didn't do anything against British. We didn't do anything against others. We didn't go there. We didn't kill them. We didn't invade them. They came to invasion us. They came killing us. They came to insult us. They came to put us in the jail. They took us to the Guantanamo Bay. And this vice was heard by Allah, and Allah defeated them, shamed them in the world community, and finished their credibility. That was the reason.
How much of time do you think the Taliban need to be able to get themselves ready after the power vacuum that was left by the departure of Ashraf Ghani?
I think it's a big test for the Taliban. This is not one test to how to control the country. This is money challenge to the Taliban. I think by my understanding, this is 5 challenges to the Taliban in the future. First challenge is the conspiracy of Americans after defeating. The conspiracy of their allies after defeating. Because this kind of shameless to them will be not acceptable. They will be not sitting quiet, and they will continuing, which they continue the other conspiracy, political propaganda, another. This is one. The second challenge for the Taliban is economic corruption in Afghanistan, which I know the bank system of Afghanistan is almost stopped. And the previous government, they took money, which was the people money in the bank and the social property in the bank. The bank became empty. Mm-hmm. Right, the people, the Taliban, they are facing with the nation, with the people. And that's a big challenge, economic challenge for the Taliban. And the third challenge is it's a big challenge also from some neighbor country. And some neighbor, they were trying 42 years that Afghanistan could be divided or something happened to Afghanistan. And today, when they are looking, Afghanistan became united under one control. The military power became one and became a strong government, and the people of Afghanistan become united. This message is not acceptable for them. That's the other thing the Taliban have to think and have to protect this. The fourth challenge for the Taliban, it is the Taliban was sacrificed for how to implement the law of Quran, Islamic system in Afghanistan. This is also not easy. They have to implement this law. That's the Taliban with this. They were sacrificed. They supported. They are looking to the authority of Taliban how they are going forward. And also the fifth one is the recognition of the world community. That's also conditional. And the world community, some other countries, they want Afghanistan to put it in isolation. Mm-hmm. And some other, they are not. But how is possible for the Taliban to have a legitimacy, international legitimacy and national legitimacy? And convincing both of them and getting both of this legitimacy, this is not easy step. I think the Taliban, they have a lot to do. Need cooperation of the people, need cooperation of the other country, need cooperation of Muslim to stand off. Because this situation which they come to the Taliban, they have more responsibility, more challenge. But anyway, hope to be successful, inshallah.
Finally then, are you going to be heading home soon? Do you have contact with the current leadership of the Taliban? Are you hoping to play a role?
It's not important for me to have a role or not. I will be happy and relaxed to have no responsibility. But anyway, I will be cooperating. I will do what I can do, my best with the people of Afghanistan when the implementing of Islamic system in Afghanistan. But my wish and my desire will be to a free man in Afghanistan, not responsible, and that's not my interest.
Abdul Salam Zaeef, shukran so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.